Hello, teacher. Today I will present you the blockchain and the smart contracts as my presentation. This is based on the note that I have to present. Let's start it with principally what is the blockchain and how is it worked. What is the blockchain? Principally, is a digital systems when the information is stored, like is saved into different blocks, and it has like a little bit more secure into the internet principally, because as I said, no one can alter the data. It cannot be modified unless the entire network validates. What that means, that too many um, users can protect even all this information from different parts of the world, just in base of that is safe into the atmosphere, or even in a host that is works into the networks that is validated for any part of the country or even part of the world. And principally it works like a shared digital leader that it's useful for everyone and is visible to any person that wanted to use it. It has the protection from the cryptography used for the minery of Bitcoin, the use of Bitcoin included. The background of the blockchain, it was introduced in 2008 by the renowned author under the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. That was the same person who create Bitcoin in this case. The idea of this of the blockchain principally is was to create a decentralized digital currency that is not like controlled by any government or any bank. So in the terms of blockchains, all this security that they brings is under a mechanism that works over different filters that pass from too many persons that in the world around these hosts that like make a little bit more protected and secure for the person who use it. And we see that blockchain like too many caps of dates of database that is used for applying into these mechanisms of uses, and it's more relatable for the technology, how like this information and all this information that is managed is a little bit more secure, and it has to like the way to use it a little bit um use it a little bit more easier. We can see the advantages of the blockchaining. In this case, we'll see that it makes a little bit easy the products and the journey of all these products in the chain, in the supply chain, a little bit more easy to make the time a little bit shorter, and helps to detect irregularities, try to make more productivity and authenticity to say, in terms to reduce the fraud and times. As we can see it, we have the increases trust between partners that, in this case, is brings a little bit more of security about the information that is bring it, seeing what is the consensus that is talking about it, what is the information that is collaborating with that, and have the between the customer and the seller, how this can be like carry a little bit more of security for them, because generates a little bit more trust, because the blockchain brings that, it brings a little bit more of options of security. Um, the higher operational efficiency principally replaced all the manual controls that is normally are made in this process, and is our vertical principle seen into a procurement custom, a clearance, a quality, checks the documentation, and all this based into the formats that pass from different process, in this case, in this chain. As we can see, the advantage of the blockchain in SEM is principally make it easier and facility the ways that it works can make the things a little bit um, more accuracy and a little bit more like into the things that are doing in the inventory, for example. As I said here in the third part, the improve like a little bit more visibility about what's going on into the, for example, in the storage or what items we have into the company. So the blockchain brings the opportunity, gives the visibility to seeing what errors, what mistakes are making, and how the support can solve a little bit faster. So it's principally to accurate the process in the global supply chain. Some of the disadvantages of the blockchain, it's principally the cost. This integrate the blockchain is a little bit expensive because there is a new infrastructure that is used for some companies, but not most of the companies are can use it or can require for the systems because these have to pass for updates every time, has to pass for different process, different checks, and this could be keep a little bit more in terms of cost higher. So that could be a disadvantage. The need for technical skills and training because not all the employees understand how this technology works, basically because it can like be a little bit difficult to understand how it works because it has different platforms to use it or different um, let's see like programs. So that's not like a real good adoption for all the employees in the company and more into the um, a company that it works principally into in the supply chain, so or in the logistics. So it's a little bit more difficult in that case. Um, the scalability limitations. Some networks are not too good at all right now. So, well, let's see that has these problems in terms of how this will be invest in a little bit more time. Right now, their processes are good, they're efficiently, but now it's like could be invest on those things, and that's something that could be well increase on that. And the regulatory uncertainty. Let's see that, as I said before, blockchain is something that is completely uncentralized. That means that it's not determined or check it at all for any international operation or standard that confirms the availability of this process that can use it the blockchain. And well, this I mean this could be show most disadvantages, and the implementation costs are principally one of the most important disadvantages that has with the blockchain in this process. Now we can see the opportunities of the blockchain in SCM. Well, I see blockchain presents significant opportunities for modern supply chain by enabling full transparency, real-time traceability, and more secure data sharing. Well, as I mentioned, all this process brings you for complete secure because it has to pass for too many filters and all this information is practically encrypted into the network. So brings the advantage of create like more confidence into this system. The authenticity, as I say too, records that improve the authenticity of products and reduce risk associated with fraud or misinformation. This creates possibilities for companies to certify, ensure ethical sourcing, and comply with growing international regulations. Well, something that is based on the past information, but we'll see that it's a new business model. It's a digital ecosystem that integrates all the process that we're doing, like manual or that doing working manual in the company. So all this structure is basically saved into in this network and brings like a little bit more of easier gestion into the process that are made in the supply chain right now. So that's, I mean, something that we can increase into the use of the blockchain and how these new companies can start to using it, and this like how could be invest on for the company in the future. Well, some of the traits that the blockchain has is principally the lack of global standards, the data security risk, and the technology fragmentation. Well, why I choose these three options principally because even if this completely work or even if it's completely good system, this could be has problems in terms of the coding systems that are used for these terms, um, because even they don't have like the regulations. Like for example, if we can see in a comparison um, with Bitcoin, we'll see that it's something that has too much value right now in the market, but it's not completely it's not completely safe, or what the people thinks that it's not completely safe because it's not like determined by any government or any bank at all. So that brings to some that's for the people that is not completely safe at all. So it have like a little bit problem here, and well, that's the truth that's normally has. Well, the technology fragmentation, the that right now exists too many blockchain platforms that works on that, and they have different architectures that are not like even relatable for all the people. So that means that for some companies could be worse the software, or could be worse the protocol that use, I don't know, one blockchain, one kind of blockchains that for example a company needs a different use of this tool. So could be like make a rechart into the workspace, and it's something that is it's battling right now the blockchain, the new blockchain technology. And even if that is something that well, that happens with too many new programs, even with the AI we'll see it, it's something that is new, is revolutionary, but at the same time something that is not is increasing the new way to move into the worldwide company system. Um, well, how is the sustainability impact in the blockchain? Well, how sustainability impact of the blockchain, principally the sustainable verification verifies responsible practices at every stage of the supply chain. Immutable records ensure that sustainability claims cannot be altered or manipulated. That means that is completely the method that is used. Environmental compliance, it provides proof to compliance with environmental standards in sourcing, production, and transportation, giving companies transparent way to validate eco-friendly actions. Well, principally, that brings a best source for companies and how they use of the blockchain makes like all this process a little bit better. The waste reduction, create traceability, reduce waste, spoilage, and losses by identifying inefficiencies in the supply chain, principally. Like in this, I mean the process that use the blockchain, it's like make the task with no, I mean without um, more, I mean, between less or more, they try to do the less, and that's why it means the waste reduction. Because if you use a little bit less, that's how you start to creating a little bit more of sustainability impact. So, and not just for the sustainability, and that means that the determines the cost for you, for the company. So yeah, principally it generates like the operations a little bit more efficient. And well, this can be, I mean, this can be identified into the in the protocol systems that are used in the company. And well, for the circular practices, we have the tracking materials and the products through their life cycle. That means that what happens with the products when they like fully burn life, the completely life of that item. It's known how the circular economy works, how this can reuse it for any other use or for any other product, and how I mean how is the responsible of the blockchain to track how this is start working it, and principally uh, how like bring a little bit more of not expanded it a little bit more, so just to keep it better. Well, just like to show the example that brings the IBM Food and Trust Walmart. Here we have the example of Walmart and how they use the IBM Food Trust blockchain system to track the food across the entire supply chain. What that means, they pass from a process that are principally from the farm until the retail store and has to be tracking all this process because I mean this every part of the blockchain has like um the principle and the information is bringing it by what is going what's happening in that moment. So uh the blockchain brings the principle transparent system of what is happening in terms of when the product is starting from the farm or when it's like passing into the process of the logistics, when it's transporting, when it's arriving to the site of sale until they're sold for the customer. So the supply chain, in this case, Walmart used this IBM Food Trust, and how this like brings a best transparent use for the products and for the company in those terms that the blockchains like facilitate all these tasks and brings a little bit more of efficiency mm, for the companies and more transparency in this case. So for concluded, something that I did is the last phrase that I said here is at the intersection of digital transparency and the global logistics, the blockchain doesn't just optimize the supply chain, it's forged to unmutable trust that defines the future of the commerce. That what principally says that the blockchain trust into create like an state where the work can be a little bit more uh, easy to do it. Well, that will be everything for the presentation. Thank you so much for watching the video, teacher. I hope you like it, and I hope that I'll bring all the information about the blockchain and how these, well, transform and the traditional supply chain as I mentioned. So, well, thank you so much for the attention, and well, have a good day. Thank you so much.